Hello, welcome back. I know I haven't uploaded a video in like 3 or 4 weeks. I do apologise, I'm so inconsistent with my videos, but yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. I'm just very sorry. Anyway, this video is all about how to carry money abroad when you go backpacking, when you go travelling. So if you're thinking about going travelling, long term, short term, whatever, then I feel like this video will be helpful for you. If you know someone who's going travelling and they might need help with this, share this video. So yeah, let's get started. So the main thing I recommend is definitely order a travel money card. So a travel money card is basically an alternative to using your bank card from home, so your main bank account, basically the card that you use every day, because if you do that you will rack up tons of bank charges if you use your card abroad. And also, instead of carrying thousands of pounds with you, or dollars or euros or whatever around with you whilst you're backpacking, which is so dangerous, it's an alternative to that as well. So there are so many there are so many travel cards to choose from on the market at the moment. One of the ones I've been using is the FairFX card, which I will put up here. It's probably, I don't know if it's the best one to use, it's just the one that I'm familiar with at the moment and I've been using for the past 2 years. The exchange rate is quite low, the fees are quite low in comparison to others, but then there might be a better one out there, so really it's up to you to do your research and just see which one is better for you as well. So the pros of a travel card: they're free to order, free to put money on, you can easily upload money from your phone. You can basically download an app and then use that to get money from your UK bank card or wherever your home country is, your bank account, and then put it onto your travel card. And that money basically goes on immediately through the app, so that's really simple and easy to use. Usually as well, they're really low exchange rate fees. Depending on the card you get, there are so many to choose from, so it really does depend on the provider of the card. But it will be a lot cheaper than using your credit card or your debit card, nevertheless. Also, doesn't matter which currency you upload onto the card, you can upload any currency from anywhere, and then whichever country you're in, if you go to an ATM, you can draw out whichever currency that country uses.
And it'll do that in any country you're in, which is really helpful.
But make sure if you do order a travel money card, order it at least 3 weeks in advance of you going on holiday or travelling, because it probably will take about 2 or 3 weeks to arrive. And just make sure that you set it up before you go as well to avoid any problems when you're abroad. A con of travel money cards is that if you lose your card, you are unlikely to get another card sent out to where you are in the world. For security reasons, they're going to send it to your home address, and then it will be so hard and probably impossible to get one sent out to where you are in the world if you're in a random country somewhere in the world. So always bring your home bank card or debit card or credit card with you as well to minimise this risk that you will have no money. If you do lose your travel card, you will have something as a backup. So if you lose your travel card, you can use your UK card, your home bank card. It will be expensive, but at least you've got a backup. Once upon a time, I made the mistake of losing my travel card on the second day of my travels by leaving it in an ATM and then walking off. It was a sad time. And then I had to use my UK bank card for 1.5 months. It was very expensive and I really regretted it. But I learnt my lesson, and thankfully I had my UK bank card there to use as a backup. So moral of the story is, don't lose your cards in ATMs and bring a backup card just in case you lose your travel card. Con number 2, you will still have to pay ATM fees when you try to take out money abroad. So in pretty much most countries you go to, you'll have to pay an ATM fee if you're using an international card. And most of the time, if you're taking money out regularly, this can mount up and it can get quite expensive. So to minimise this fee, a really good thing to do is to only take out money perhaps once a week, because you don't want to be carrying around like tons of money on you, because then if you get robbed or something, then you've lost loads of money. However, just taking out a little bit of money to last you that whole week will minimise the amount of times you're using an ATM and will therefore minimise the costs of using an ATM like every day or something. Because I remember when I was last travelling, the ATM fees were about £4 every time I used an ATM. So if I was doing that every day, that would soon mount up to a lot of money extra. So yeah, only take out the money you need for that week, and the money that you don't need for that day, keep it in your locker, in your hostel, keep it in the safe in your hotel. Make sure you don't take out more than what you need for that day, because if you lose that money, or if anything happens to that money, if it gets stolen, then yeah, you're going to miss out a lot. Okay, so some other tips as well as ordering your money travel card. I really love this. It's basically a money belt, and having something like this will basically keep your valuables hidden so that they don't get snatched from you when you're abroad. It's harder for pickpockets to get them. And what I like about this one as well is it's also got RFID protection. So if you can see on the bottom, if it will focus. Yeah, it's got protection basically from contactless systems that can get your bank card information, like portable systems that people can carry nowadays, and they can get money off your card. So this basically blocks those like signals and transmissions from going to your card so that people can't steal money from you on the go. And that's quite like a popular thing. Well, not popular, but it's increasing with like contactless technology for bank cards. In communal places and public places, especially like busy places, people will have these devices and they may try to get money from your card. So having this gives you that peace of mind that people can't do that to your card. So yeah, this one basically goes around your waist, and there's a little bit here where you can tighten it, and it just easily sits there. And then obviously your top will then go over that, or you can put it underneath your trousers, and it's quite hidden so it's not too obvious, it doesn't pop out too much. Yeah, so I would recommend one of those for sure. So also another important thing, make sure you inform your bank that you're going abroad before you go abroad. So just in case you do have to use your home bank account, bank card when you're abroad, if you lose your travel money card, at least they know if you do make a transaction abroad, it's not some dodgy scam or someone using your bank card abroad. And if you've given permission to do that, then they can't block your card and you won't get in a sticky situation. Also, kind of leading on from that, make sure you've got at least like a decent amount of money in your UK bank account or your home bank account, just in case you do have to transfer money from that to your travel card, or if you have to use that bank card, or if you have to use that bank account when you're abroad. If you've got a fair bit of money, substantial amount, then you can have that account as a backup. If there are any problems abroad, if you need to go home, for example, and book a flight, you can use that bank account, and it's like your safety net. So as well, I always try to order some travel money, some cash before I actually travel, because depending on where you're going in the world, not all places will accept card in cafes, like hostels or hotels. So always having a little bit of cash on you initially when you fly out, like maybe I don't know, like $100 worth or £100 worth, will just tie you over until you can access an ATM and until you know where the ATMs are so that you can access money. But yeah, like I said, you don't want to bring out too much, because if you do, then yeah, you don't want to worry about losing money or money being stolen. Okay, final tip. So if you're taking money out of ATMs, be so careful with the ATMs you use. ATM fraud is on the rise, so if there's anything dodgy about the ATM you're using, if it looks a bit dodgy, if it looks like it's been tampered with, then just don't use it, go somewhere else. If it's quite a popular ATM and it looks like lots of people are using it, then it's probably okay, especially if locals are using it. But if it's kind of one that's in like a dodgy side street and it looks very quiet and a bit just not right, then don't use it. Some ATMs have these like devices in them or on them that look like you really can't tell that someone's tampered with it, and then people can copy your bank card details and clone your card basically from the details they get from you using that machine. It happens to quite a few tourists. If you do get the chance, use an ATM inside a bank if you can. If not, then obviously you might have to use the ones on the street, but when you can, always try to use the ones indoors where there are like staff working there and, you know, cameras and CCTV and stuff like that. So if you're still watching, thank you so much for watching all of my video, and I'm really going to try and upload more regularly now. I have got a few more ideas for videos that I'm going to make in the next few weeks, so yes, hopefully you'll be seeing more videos. And yeah, like I said before, if you know someone going travelling, if you're going travelling yourself, share this video, give it a like so that I know if people like this kind of stuff. If you've got any requests for videos, if you've got any like questions or anything, please put them in the comments section. And yeah, I hope to see you soon, so ciao!